Mute out now.
Gonna do my Twitch introduction as well.
Hello and welcome to week 70. Oh, no, 70. What am I talking about? 70 what? Week 97, not 79. Week 97 update. I'm here with Corny. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really glad the work week is over. And looking forward to getting the update, getting into the update. So let's get going. We are in Icarus Hypatia Part 1 update. 19 new operations in Styx open world to play. Hypatia Part 1 converts 19 missions over to operations so that they can be played in open world mode. So, take us in if you could please, Cornet.
So the first part of the Hypatia update is here, adding the operations, the open world missions, to the Styx expansion. These missions have proved really popular in the Prometheus map of our New Frontiers expansion, so we are excited to bring these to Styx. A map rich with challenging geography, unique missions, and violent fauna.
Oh yeah, we know all about that.
Ain't that cool? So, Styx was released back in 2022 actually, and has since undergone a major transformation. With 27 missions, unique fauna, fish species, simple quests, and more. How's that? If you have enjoyed the New Frontiers or even the Olympus, the original Icarus map, then Styx provides a new challenge for you to sink your teeth into. Oh yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Absolutely loved every single minute of it. So the notable improvements are, first one is mesh and texture adjustments to most building tiers, which will provide some performance benefits and allows us to cosmetically skin these in future. Next up, we have they have fixed the longbow being unable to be crafted or repaired on the forge or foundry as it was supposed to be. Well, I'm glad they fixed that. That's
Oh
kind of
yeah,
that's kind of crucial.
definitely.
Uh, then they fixed some collision issues present on the Arcticus outpost. And finally, there was a general cleanup of many Styx and Olympus missions, missions, using new technology and replacing the tech from 2 years ago to provide a better mission experience. Sounds good. And for this week, we have Hypatia Styx operations. Excellent. Okay, so I think we have some audio feedback going on somewhere from somewhere.
Shouldn't anymore.
Okay. Your audio's changed. Everything okay?
Yeah. I'll be back
Okay.
in a sec. This is the proper audio.
Okay, no problem. In the meantime, I shall continue. Styx has now been completely overhauled, adding operations, which are open world missions, to the Styx expansion. This updated functionality is free for everyone who already owns Styx, which I do and Cornet does. However, if you don't own it, let's just give you, let you see the Icarus Styx PC Gamer trailer for 2022. Last year, just before the Styx maps came out, this is the trailer you would have seen. So I'll replay it.
Sure.
Welcome to Icarus, Prospector. The planet we almost lost, then found a reason to stay. Take it from me, this place wants you dead. But we've made progress, learned the lay of the land, how to use Icarus to our advantage. Our friends at the UDA are offering up a slice, a whole new terrain. If you learn, build, and survive, maybe, just maybe, there's a future here. Think you got what it takes?
So that was the Styx trailer, and it is every bit as much fun as the trailer suggests. So if you don't have it, go and get it. And just below that is where you can get it. It's currently £12.79. I don't know what that is in any other currency, but that's Great Britain sterling. So that's where you can get that from.
Yeah, but about €15, I believe.
Okay, yeah, that would sound about right. Okay, these being the operations have proven really popular in the Prometheus map of our New Frontiers expansion, and will be coming in the next few weeks to the Olympus map, the original Icarus map. We've converted 19 missions over to operations, meaning they can now be launched and played from your open world sessions rather than a session that resets itself. This really changes how you play and engage with Icarus. Styx is a paid expansion, and if you already own it, you won't have to purchase it again to play the operations. This included people who received Styx for free back when it was initially released, which is also why you will see at the end of the trailer free DLC, because when it was initially released, it was released for free. But it's now a paid expansion. So
Yes, in a couple of weeks.
yeah, okay. While we have converted 19 missions into operations, we haven't converted all of them. Some missions, such as pure exploration ones or time limit ones, are still best suited to a session-based experience. You can also still play all the operations in their original missions format if you prefer. So instead of doing it from open world, you would launch it from the story tree as per,
Starting from the space station.
yes, starting from the space station, which is what we did originally.
Yeah, basically the same as with Prometheus. In Prometheus, you cannot start the exploration missions from within your open world either. The same so on Styx, and I reckon will also be with Olympus. No exploration missions available as operations. Makes sense, you know. You have time enough anyway in the exploration missions, the 30 days. As for the time limited missions, part of the challenge to finish the mission within the allotted very short time, 3 hours, 4 hours, is the whole getting everything ready to execute the mission. So makes sense you cannot start those from your open world.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely true for sure. Here's an extra detail. Styx as a stepping stone in our development. If you could please, Corne.
So the initial attention was for Styx to be a brand new map, introducing new creatures, and to provide more missions, and to present a high quality map to players for free at the time when it came out, as an apology for the poor quality of Icarus at launch. This was put out as we worked out as we worked our way towards a more alien environment, which we brought with New Frontiers. We learned a lot in the development of Olympus, and we were able to implement a lot of these learnings to Styx, which made it a much better map for gameplay and in a design sense. Now, not only does it employ for better landscape design and points of interest, it also broke up a lot of the linear pathing established with Olympus, presenting a much more beautiful and interesting map that people wanted to explore. With the inclusion of operations, Styx is now a fully formed expansion, allowing for the persistent open world experience it was always meant to have. And this comes from Dean Hall, the CEO. So, the thing that immediately drew my attention is allowing for the persistent open world experience it was always meant to have. Well, was Styx always, like from the get go, meant to be persistent?
Hmm. Yeah, kinda.
That's what I'm wondering here.
Okay. Alright.
Indeed, like definitely a lot of improvements compared to the original map. That's for sure.
Yes.
Compared to Olympus.
Uh-huh. I do have to say though that, I mean, the the original gameplay was really, I really enjoyed it. So
Oh, definitely, me too.
I don't need any apology for the quality of the original gameplay. We had 14 weeks of 14, 15 weeks of beta weekends for testing and stuff like that. I've never had that with another game. I loved the fact that I felt involved with doing that, so that you know my gameplay was improved like everybody else's due to the feedback that came from that. Um, and I kind of have to say that Icarus now is almost a completely different game to how it was in the beginning, but it's never been any less interesting and fun and just I love it.
Oh,
I
me
was
too.
hooked from the first time I played it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is so much my thing, and it's just got better and better and better.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, it did introduce the new creatures like the Komodos, crocodiles, the Kia, annoying as they are,
yeah,
but nothing more than annoying. But yeah,
kind of
lot of
kind
new stuff.
kind of deadly. The crocs were kind of deadly when you didn't know how to handle them, but once you know how to deal with them, it's all right.
True, true.
You can get by.
Yeah.
And after that, they just become an annoyance and a large source of food.
More an annoyance, but yeah, once you know how to handle them, just walk back and hit them in the snout with a knife.
Hmm.
But it's like that with all the animals. I mean, initially when we saw a bear, you were running like heck, hoping he didn't follow you, and basically you were effed if he saw you.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
it,
anymore.
yeah. It was actually a struggle to outrun them to start with, because
Yeah.
I mean, we started Styx with brand new characters, as our regular viewers will know. Um, and yeah, you meet a croc for the first time, and you've got a stone knife. Yeah, you better hope you've got a bunch of stamina, because you'll be running for a while.
With the croc you don't run. I mean, he's very slow. But it's the walking backwards, not seeing where you walk,
Yeah,
and yeah, stamina for hitting it.
yeah, yeah.
But then
That
you get, if you like with the other predators, you jump in the river to fight it. I mean, it works for wolves and bears and jaguars and what have you.
yeah.
Not so much for the crocodiles.
No, no. And unfortunately, the crocs are actually quicker than we are in the
Exact,
water. So yeah,
exactly.
with the crocs, you're quite desperate to get out of the water.
Yeah.
And hope it gets stuck on the sheer cliff to try and get back out again. Anyway, we
But yeah,
dig we
yeah. Once
digress.
once you know how to handle them, they're not that dangerous anymore. So yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I ain't quite figured out needlers yet, so have we?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
they're
run. Just
yeah,
keep
they're
moving.
easy to outrun.
Yeah. Alrighty. And the next one, if you please.
So, due to the conversion process of some missions to operations, some of the existing prospect saves on missions for Olympus and Styx, primarily Styx now, Olympus in a couple of weeks when the second half of the patch comes out,
Hmm.
you may not be able to complete those missions in their old state. So, in order to cater for this, we have provided a branch on Steam that will keep the current build on before this week's patch. So you can complete the missions before switching over. The beta branch called Icarus pre-Hypatia. Full details below. There is a link below telling you how to actually switch over to the beta branch.
Yeah.
So basically, what you do is in Steam, you right click in your library, you right click the Icarus, then you go to properties, and then in the window that opens up on the left side, you click on betas, and then in beta participation, you can click the pre-Hypatia temporary branch that is last built before Hypatia.
Yeah.
Hypatia. So yeah, that's how you switch over to the Hypatia, the pre-Hypatia branch. So you can complete the missions if you still have them active.
Yeah. Complete the missions, go topside, and then re-update.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Uh,
So
this,
you see a quick screen print here showing you basically the Styx mission tree, and it also shows you like the exploration you cannot start as an operation. This is from the communication device once you've upgraded it, and which you then use to start operations. If you open it there, you'll see the cross through the Kismet exploration and the Cavalcade exploration, but also the Rendezvous delivery and the Abyss research, because again, those are time limited missions. So part of the whole challenge is get it done within a lot of time, and without having a fully equipped base to back you up.
yeah.
The Rendezvous delivery is a tier 1, so meh. The Abyss research, you do need tier 3, so slightly more challenging.
Given the time scale.
Yeah, but again, that's all part of the challenge to get it done.
Yeah.
Right, hey. Continuing. This week, performance improvements specifically for buildings. So a couple of weeks ago, we made some improvements to the building system and asked for feedback, along with more suggestions of what you'd like to see. This week, we are implementing many of those suggestions, which also lead to performance improvements. Now, the roof corner pieces now allow placement of other roof corner pieces in the same location. So this allows you to create your own roofing with 2 different materials in a V shape. To be honest, I've never tried those roof corner pieces 2 different materials, so I didn't even know it was not possible. Apparently it was not, and it is now.
Okay.
Cool.
Why you would want to make them different materials is kind of beyond me, but there you go.
So you can basically create a roof with a nice zigzag pattern in it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
The other one is something I ran into before, and I was a bit like, yeah, come on, why isn't this working? But in the end, not really a big problem. Half walls now have an upper half variation, which can be placed in the same location as the lower half wall, allowing you to make walls from 2 materials with a horizontal split. Notably, you can now make large windows by using glass half walls. So initially you only had the lower half for half walls.
Yeah, from the floor to
to halfway up, yeah.
Yeah.
And there never was an upper half. Now there is. So
So
if you were building partially into the ground and you only had a piece sticking out of the ground, you never could use the half walls because it would completely disappear into the ground. You always had to use full walls, in
yeah.
which 3/4 of it was in the ground and only a quarter sticking out. Now you can finally do the upper half. So for those walls, you can now finally use the slightly cheaper half wall pieces.
Good. Cool. And it also helps, I suppose, if you're building on a slope.
Yeah. Up until now, I always used the full wall pieces, but now I can go with the half ones. So not too bad.
It's a good. Oh, there's a word I'm looking for. Oh, what is it? There's. It's a good addition. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah. And also the idea here, what they show, big windows. Like
Yeah.
put the lower half in from any material and the upper half for glass.
Yeah.
Nice idea, which you now finally can do. I like that.
Yeah. That can lead to some interesting builds. I'll bet.
Yep. It provides you with a full wall and still gives you a lot of view outside. So yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Cool.
Now, to improve the performance of buildings, we have converted all building tiers to the kit-based asset system, similar to the stone and the brick tiers. Now, this kit system means that each building tier shares a base set of textures, with each piece being created from a kit of pieces that use those textures. This does result in much lower graphical memory usage for building within the game. Good.
Which means it'll render quicker.
Yeah, because it has less textures to load. So that's good.
Yeah.
Now, as an example, the wood building tier has 26 assets with unique textures. So it's going to be a total of 78 textures at 4K resolution. Each piece uses the base kit of 9 textures, plus, so now in the new situation, plus some individual smaller textures, resulting in 17.25 textures. A quarter texture, okay. Compared to the original 78.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah, it doesn't have to calculate all those textures no more. No longer has to calculate the 78 possible textures. They're limited to 17.25.
Yeah.
Especially for big builds, this should improve the performance. I hope so. Because I have some pretty big builds, left, right, and center.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
But I have to say they're extremely impressive structures. So
Some
go for
more than
broke.
others, but yes. Now, these kit-based assets provide the best of both worlds, allowing us to use high resolution textures while still keeping the memory usage low. You will also be able to see some more of our upcoming building improvements in the future update section of the patch notes. Yes, there will. Not a lot, but there will be some.
Good. Good. I really like that image. That's
Oh
a
yeah,
really good image. The
burning sand
worm is down.
No idea why someone would want to attack the worm with a spear, but okay.
I think it's just maybe already dead, and they've shot some fire arrows into it and taken an image whilst holding a spear.
I don't know. There is this, not sure what it is exactly. Like blood coming out still on the right side?
Hmm. Don't know. Could be a grenade.
It isn't black smoke. It's red.
Well, it's at
Oh,
night.
Not night yet. You can still see sunlight, but yeah, it's a nice picture for sure.
Yeah. As is the one
Okay.
underneath, but hey ho.
Yeah, go on.
Right. Coming soon, we have Hypatia Part 2, Olympus Operations. So the Hypatia Part 2 will focus on bringing operations to the original Olympus map. This is making steady progress, and we are in the phase of doing detailed testing on mission flow, player interactions, and bug sweeping. This update will also bring open world resource respawning, and we are currently testing this feature. We'll have more news on when to expect Hypatia Part 2 Olympus operations very soon. Well, as mentioned above, they've said a couple of weeks.
Yeah. So Olympus has quite a few missions on a very limited part of the map, right?
Yes.
Which is gonna make me wonder how many of those missions can be converted into operations whilst still maintaining the limited map access. I mean, if you have built your base outside of these regions, I'd say you would not be able to start those operations.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really interesting point. I'd never even thought of that.
And there is the speedrun mission for exotics, which is Deep Vein,
Yeah.
something, which has a very limited part of the map in the southeast. Now, if you have built an open world in the center of Olympus, you will be out of bounds for that mission.
Yeah, that's very true. It's not
So
like
yeah,
they can give us an extra bit of the map depending on where your base is, because that could be catastrophic.
yeah. So you start the operation, you straight away are out of bounds and you die, and then yeah, what's gonna happen? So
Yeah.
interesting to see how they're gonna work around that. Will they either open up the entire map for that operation, or are they gonna be like, yeah, sorry, you can't convert this operation. Sorry, you can't convert this mission into an operation.
Well,
Gonna be an interesting one.
yeah, they've done that for some of the Styx maps, though. You know, like the exploration ones, you can't access as an operation from open world. So they might just do the same thing as a result of the fact that you're limited to a very specific portion of the map.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's an interesting question, actually.
Yeah.
Alrighty. There's a lovely mammoth. I wouldn't particularly want to be getting that close, but unless you've already shot it, you should be alright.
Styx mammoth. No, I'm not sure. Was Styx mammoth aggressive? I didn't
No.
think so. So being that close to a mammoth, meh. Just don't
Uh,
shoot it.
Yeah, you can see the pod in the background as well.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So next week, we're getting a new mount for the Styx map, and it's called the Tusker. Next week update will bring a new mount that will be exclusive to the Arctic region of Styx for now. This is the Tusker, which is a large, formidable beast with a much higher resistance and health total. It also has a faster stamina regen and the highest carry capacity of any mount, but is slightly slower compared to the buffalo.
So basically staying in the theme, bigger and can carry more, but is slower.
Yeah, that it kind of
The
makes
MOA,
sense.
the mower is the fastest, but can carry the least amount. The horse can carry more and is a tad slower. Buffalo can carry even more and is even slower. And now Styx Arctic specifically, so no Prometheus Arctic. Don't expect this Tusker to appear in Prometheus. Styx Arctic exclusive. So yeah, even bigger,
And even
can carry
slower.
even more, and will be slower.
Yeah.
More health. Will be able to attack though.
And will also have a faster stam regen.
Yeah.
Which sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is looking impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking larger sized buffalo with tusks and wool.
I don't know. It seems to have more than 2 eyes as well.
Hmm. So it does. I hadn't noticed that.
I did.
Hmm. Twice, apparently. Alrighty. So, if you like what we're doing with Icarus and want to support our continued development, consider purchasing one of our DLCs for a few dollars. It would mean a lot to us. So that is the New Frontiers expansion. And underneath that is the Outposts bundle, which currently has 25% off. So,
And this outpost bundle includes 6 outposts.
yeah, you've got Holdfast, you've got Iceholm, Tecton, Everbark, Cactus,
Cactus, indeed,
and
and
Cactus.
Arcticus.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the Arcticus lot.
No, but I opened the link. Yeah.
It is in there. It is in there.
So it's basically the 6 Prometheus outposts.
Yeah. Alrighty, and that brings us swiftly on to the changelog. So the new content is for Hypatia.
New content and Hypatia.
Oh, and Hypatia, sorry. I missed that little slash there.
So, glass buildable rework. Added the assets to the blueprints, fixed material slot assignments, material on apex meshes for the wall, half pitch, right, upper, and lower. Implemented all iron buildable asset meshes and materials for the buildable rework. So they're added to the buildable rework, however, the buildable rework itself ain't in yet. Me. Concrete buildable rework, added the assets to the blueprints, fixed material assignments, revised apex mesh for the roof piece, added more chunks. So adding meshes for the wood, as well as removed metallic mask parameter, wasn't needed for the wood, scoria and stone buildable materials. Added the assets to the BPs for the interior wood. The concrete fixed the roof piece destruction. So we won't be seeing any of this yet, only when the buildable rework goes live. Hypatia stream has been merged, so in Styx you can now start the operations from your open world. Unlocking Styx operations, no longer feature locked. Initial branch of files from trunk to Hypatia missions. Yeah, again, not something we will see on our side, but which is done in on developer side.
Yeah.
Fix an issue where the tier 3 and tier 4 communicators only use Prometheus missions in Styx. Oops. Good thing they fixed that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Removed old map icon actors and replaced with Icarus map icon components. Okay. Remove the old drop pod, replace it with a receive transport pod. This for I haven't played Styx in a while now, not since Prometheus came out. So this could be the cool stuff from the space station whilst on planet pod.
Yeah, that sounds more likely.
It does say the receive transport pod, so I think so. Transport ships now stop recording once they've taken off as a sanity check. Hey, it's me again. Indeed, no one said hi yet. You're the first one, so hey, welcome and thank you for finally saying hi. Someone says hi.
Hi, it's me again. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. And yes, definitely, you get our first medal tonight. Woot! Well done.
So yeah, the transport ships, once they've taken off, they're gonna be like removed from the game and no longer gonna take any system resources. Sanity check. Good.
Good, good, good.
Map
Okay.
icon now stays removed after reloading back into a mission with a deactivated icon. Not sure which icon we're talking about, but if it is removed, it should stay removed.
Yeah.
Transport pod now doesn't stay if you relog while the transport ship is taken off. Yes, New Zealand spelling. Transport. So it's taken off, and whilst it's still taken off, you log off. And then when you come back in, now at least the transport pod is not being loaded again. Good.
Yeah.
For the stockpile missions, they removed the return to dropship mission step. If you play it as an operation, there is no dropship. And you definitely don't want to have to take off by dropship if you start as an operation, right? So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The stockpile mission, agriculture stockpile mission, they now removed the last step, the travel to your dropship step.
Because you wouldn't need to.
Exactly. The big shot stockpile mission, where you had to clear the wolf dens. Now the wolf dens are being cleaned up once the quest is completed. This was never an issue because mission completed, you take off, mission is over, so no more.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about what's left.
Exactly. However, now it's converted into an operation, it needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll stay with all those wolf dens on the map even after the mission is complete, the operation is complete. So yeah.
Well,
Then I would be
at
cleaned
least
up.
you know you've got a really, really good supply of fur.
Yeah, but again, what if you have built your base at that location?
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be so great.
You will stay with a wolf den inside your fortification.
Everybody likes a good pet.
True, true. However, you can't train them as guard dogs, unfortunately.
Ugh.
They'll keep attacking you. So yeah. So remove the final travel mission from preservation stockpile and for all the other stockpiles.
Yeah.
And this comes back quite a couple of times. When the spawn crate quest is ended, a 5-minute lifetime is set on the object to clean it up, and the recording stops. So I reckon this is for operations where you have to go to a crate to pick up stuff.
Yeah.
But then again, 5 minutes isn't that long to travel there. That means you start the operation, you should straight away run towards the crate location.
Yeah, no, and no time to you know, like say for example, make yourself a bow, a pick, an axe, arrows, bandage, whatever. Unless of course you do that en route, but
Sorry, the only bow you can craft in your inventory is the crude bow. The only pickaxe you can craft in your inventory is the stone. So yeah, no.
yeah, okay.
Wait, when the quest is ended. Okay, now. Okay, that way. So it stays until the quest is over, and then 5 minutes after the crate will go.
Ah, yeah.
Not when spawn crate quest is started, but when it's ended 5 minute lifetime. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
once
okay.
you've
That
completed
makes sense.
it, it'll stay for 5 minutes and then go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it'll clean it up.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Payout on quest completion and remove the requirement again to return it to dropship. Now for the concealment recovery. Payout on quest completion. I thought, sorry, on quest completion. I thought they had done this for all missions already. Apparently not, because the one below, indeed, the cleanup extermination, also
Are
payout on
they
quest completion.
maybe not for Olympus maps? This is future content. Are these Olympus maps?
I can quickly check. That's where we have Icarus Intel for. Let's see. Cleanup extermination is Olympus. Concealment recovery is Olympus.
Okay.
Carapace research
Is a
is
Styx map.
Olympus.
Is
Is
it?
Olympus. Yes.
Okay.
Deep vein extraction, Olympus. Dry
Dry
run
run.
expedition, Olympus.
Okay, so these
Envelope though is a Styx, that I know. The big shot stockpile is Olympus again. But like I said, I thought they changed it for all the quests quite a few weeks ago already, where upon quest completion, the rewards are being paid out and not after getting back up to the space station.
Is that not for Prometheus?
No. It might have been pre-Prometheus already.
I do feel like it was mentioned recently, but
How long do we have Prometheus? No.
since August, 24th of August, 24th or 26th.
So it's less than 2 months. I don't know. So 8 weeks or so. I don't know. Like I said, once Prometheus dropped, I haven't touched Olympus or Styx anymore, so I wouldn't know actually.
No, but I mean,
They
when we do Prometheus map, when we completed the Prometheus map, the first mission that we did, or first and second, the rewards were given straight away, and now they're doing it for the Styx and the Olympus missions.
Yeah, I don't know. The wording did not specify Prometheus exclusively, I believe. Nah. Anyway.
Me.
Right. Yeah. Well. Good thing that they make it consistent across Prometheus and Styx and Olympus.
Yeah.
That the quests, the rewards are being paid out upon completing the last step. Hey,
Yeah.
Lev. Glad to catch up with live. Yeah, glad that you're here indeed.
Hey, Lev. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing tonight? And we're glad you could catch the update live as well. Omphalius, that's the one you mentioned. That's
This is a Styx
a
mission.
Styx mission. Yeah.
Now, 5 bullet points above. Set the 5-minute lifetime for the supply box and the laser on the quest completion for Avalanche Expedition.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's a Avalanche. Yeah, this is Styx one. Sorry, an Olympus one as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, upon quest completion, it starts the 5-minute lifetime for the supply box and for the laser. So the laser will disappear 5 minutes after the operation has been completed.
Yeah.
So automatic cleanup for Carapace research, define basically for all the missions.
Yeah.
Change the search area to be a component on Big Shot stockpile mission, so no longer built in the map, but a component. Big Shot, let's have a quick look, shall we? Mission, Big Shot
Big shot
stockpile.
Is that not the one where you've got to get like 20 bear trophies or something?
Yeah, 25 deer, 15 bear, and 10 buffalo trophies.
Yeah, there you go.
Only parts accessible is the southeast Arctic, the northeast desert, the northwest riverlands forest area, and a tiny bit of the southwest desert, and a very small piece, the northern piece basically of the center Arctic. So you can travel from desert to riverlands.
Okay.
So again, no idea how they're gonna put the mission boundaries in there if you have built your base in the southern forest.
Hmm.
Gonna be very interesting to see how they work around these kind of things.
Well, you could just, like be completely go completely overboard and just have a base in every biome.
So then the quest shouldn't say, hey, you can only start it from this biome. So you have a base in each biome with at least the mission board on it.
Yeah. It's an option. It's not practical one, but it's an option.
Well, it is an open world, it is persistent, so yeah, why not, right? I mean, people will complain, don't get me wrong.
You
Yeah, they
can't
will
please
complain like,
everybody.
hey, I have my main base with everything and all my resources and stuff in this particular location, and now I have to place a mission board on the other part of the map, the other side of the map, in order to start this operation. Where I would be like, yeah, so take a mouse, go there,
Yeah.
put down the board. It's like
Hey,
doesn't even need shelter.
yeah, you
So
can't please everybody all of the time. Can't be
exactly,
done. Can't be done.
it's easy to
So,
piss everyone off at the same time, but to please everyone at the same time, no, that ain't gonna be happening.
yeah, this is very true.
Anyway, on Fellow's expedition, Styx 1 is now operation. Cleaned up the spawners on the mission ends. Players now collect beacons from a supply pod instead of the dropship.
Oh?
Makes sense, especially if you land your dropship in one end of the map and you decide to build your base in a completely different part of the map. I've done that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, then if you have to run all the way back to your dropship, if you don't want to use the recall beacon, so you have to run all the way back to your dropship in order to grab the beacon. So nope, you now will get a supply pod close to your board, mission board, and that one will contain the beacon.
Yeah, that sounds more likely, better. It sounds better.
For this one as well, swapped out the search area blueprint, so the quest now uses the search area component instead of something built in the map. So, fixing up some binaries couldn't be auto merge in a trunk merge. Again, something in the background we won't notice. Well, we'll notice the end result. But
Yeah.
Sapphire Expedition also Styx operation, spawners cleanup, swapped out search area, map marker, blueprints for components, replaced dropship collection with supply pod. In Sapphire Expedition and Omphalo's Expedition, you can now request a resupply. So if you lose the beacon, for one reason or the other, you can call in a new supply pod with a new beacon, so you can actually finish the operation. Same goes for Vertigo, converted to an operation. Vertigo is also a Styx, I believe. Swap our search area, map marker, blueprints for components. Replace dropship with supply pod, added resupply. Umbrella's expedition added map icons to the beacon deploy, so you know where to deploy them.
Yeah.
Basically, Ricochet, Alcazar, Rise, basically one by one is all gonna be like, hey, converted to operation, supply pod instead of dropship, search area is now component. All
Yeah.
that stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna just scroll up a little bit.
Getting in new map icons for plaything beacons. Okay, we'll assume that's gonna be New Zealand spelling again.
Sorry, where are you?
Just above Gossamer. The first Gossamer, say above your screen. The top one now.
Ah, there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for ploughing beacons.
Yeah. New Zealand spelling.
Yeah.
Let's see. Arclight, Uplands, Crescendo, Lupine, Maelstrom, Husquash. Yeah, basically all the things are next. Yeah, it's basically all the same for everyone.
Yeah, they've turned them into operations and done everything that they need to do in order to get it to work.
Waterfall Expeditions changed 3 map icons to be the new Icarus map icons. Blockers now are destroyed on quest complete. And added a resupply. Waterfall Expedition, let me have a quick look. Was this an yeah, it's an expedition. Oh yeah, expedition, not an exploration, but an expedition, right? Yeah. That's where you have to build your wall over the mountain ridge
Yes.
thingy, you know?
Yeah.
So it is gonna be placed for this operation and removed when the operation is completed.
Yeah.
Again, what will happen if you would build something in that location? What happens to your building?
Disappears?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But this is basically going to be the same for the one where you have to kill Scorpion King, for example, right? It's always spawning in the same location. What if you were to build something there? Can you still do that mission as an operation? If so, what will happen with the building you built in that place just to mess with the game?
I don't know. Absolutely no idea. You just have to try it.
Yeah, let's try to break the game. Nah, I'd rather play it normally.
Yeah, my computer doesn't like crashes like that. Okay, so
Basically, converted a whole ton of missions to operations, and map icons are components now. Grab stuff from supply pod instead of drop pods. Basically, the bulk of the new content.
yeah. Okie dokie. So let's move on then to what they fixed. They fixed a typo in the health regen modifier. Good. They missed a couple above.
Yeah, I don't know which typo. I never actually look at them. But
No.
I just keep on tracking. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I have And health regen, so from meat or something. Yeah, whatever. I know this food is good for health regen, so let's eat it.
Yeah, tend not, I mean, you read it once or twice, and then once you know what it does, you don't really read it again because
Exactly.
you know what it does. And yes, it's me again. A bit of a pain to build a big base on and the scorpion emerges through it, breaking it.
Well, it adds in a big slab of rock on top of which the scorpion emerges. So I don't know. Maybe it's covering your building only, obviously, if you build to a certain height, and so if you build too high, it might indeed get destroyed by the scorpion then. Or if you build too far to the side and then the rock slab goes through part of your building. Again, I have no idea what's going to happen. Feel free to test it out though, and let us know.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big test for science, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So, okay. They fixed the thatch inverted right building pieces not being available to build.
Touch inverted right. No idea which building piece this is, by the way.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I'm kind of.
Doing.
My brain says it's one of those one of those that you could create the V shape with.
Yeah, which V shape? Vertical, horizontal, diagonal. Not horizontal though. You don't have those. But diagonal or vertical. Vertical is wall pieces. Diagonal is roof pieces. You don't
Okay.
have the triangular floor shape, so horizontal ain't gonna be. But I don't know. I've
Yeah.
been building my touch building pieces for a while now. Think crazy base. The stairways down.
Yeah. Okay. Adding unique events for Scorpion Large, the Arctic, for footsteps and vocals. Duplicating montage to be used for Warcry, so unique Warcry can be used. Increase in volume and pitch to compensate for size. Yeah, it wouldn't be particularly appropriate to have this huge ass scorpion going beep.
Exactly. But then again, usually you try to stay at distance to kill them, so
Yeah,
you wouldn't really hear it.
yeah. Hey, antisocial boomer, welcome. Good to see you. And they say, hi all, the New Frontiers DLC got me to reinstall this game after I uninstalled all my games some time ago. The open world was a big bonus for me as I didn't know that was even an option. Well, it
Welcome
is
to
now,
the.
and welcome back to the game.
No. Open world has been in here for a while already, even before New Frontiers. New Frontiers did introduce the operations though, so start missions from within your open world. And now Hypatia is gonna do it for Styx, and Part 2 is gonna do it for Olympus as well. But yeah, open world has been a big yes for a lot of people. To be honest, I prefer open world as well above outpost. Outpost is too easy. You know, way less severe weather events. Resource regeneration makes it too easy to gather resources. All that stuff. Plus, it's very limited map. So yeah, we've been playing open world for ages already.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey, I'm very happy you like the game.
Yeah, I mean, personally, my open world isn't actually an open world. It is an open world, but it came from an outpost, and the outpost is so old, it hasn't even got anything connected to water.
Yep.
Never mind any electricity. Oh, nothing like a bit of OG. That's all I can say.
Some classic open world stuff. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, used to use Outpost for testing out building and building big projects and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my open world has bigger buildings than my Outpost ever had.
Yeah. Alrighty, they've added alternate surfaces to Scorpion Arctic footstep events to accommodate for snow. So instead of hearing, you'll hear.
Yeah, alternative surfaces for the footstep events. Yeah, indeed, like different footstep if they walk on snow versus if they walk on rock.
Yeah, yeah. For Abyss, they fixed description text of the biome progress step to correctly show the bio name and the percentage.
Been a while since we did the abysmal research last time.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, there was some confusion as to which biome to go to, so they fixed that. Good, less confusion.
Good. Here again, they fixed the thatch inverted wall right classification as opposed to left. And thatch,
Inverted wall right.
yeah, as opposed to inverted wall
Like
left.
half walls, vertical halves. Do they have those? No. Do they? I don't think so. You have the upper lower, the lower and now also the upper. You have the half floor and the quarter floor. You had a half ramps. I don't recall having seen a half vertical wall though. I don't know. I'd have to go into the game and have a look.
Okay. Thatch build rework added assets to BPs and fixed material slots, fixed some apex and static mesh materials. They adjusted rotation or offset of rotation and offset of inverted triangle walls, so they now use unique meshes.
They did look the same as normal walls indeed, the triangle walls. Inverted triangle wall, right? So small at the bottom, wide at the top. Have I used those? No, I hardly use those actually. So yeah, okay. That's why I didn't. I mean, I don't build a whole lot of thatch to start with, and triangle walls, yes. The inverted ones, not so much.
Not so much.
Is that true? By the way, no, this is not true. I have used them in the stairways at Crazy Base, thatch ones. Yeah, I have used them. I was able to build them proper.
Good.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
3-4 weeks ago or so. At this point, I was able to build them both left and right. Cause the one spirals left and the other spirals right. Yeah.
Okay.
I was able to build them both. No, anyway. Adding surface check and adjustments to the Arctic Scorpion and adding unique events for Warcry Focal, Inattack and Idle Snip. So basically ties in with the third bullet point here and the fourth. And the social says, love the game now, never did Outpost. And Lev also never tried Outpost. Loved open world and the new form of New Frontiers. Well, Outposts do have their use. I mean, there are plenty of people who like the tranquility of Outposts, you know. Little to no predators, so you can walk outside without any concerns. Weather events aren't that severe, so and the resource respawning does make it easier for big building projects. So there are people who deliberately play open world because of these points. Again, the tranquility, so you can just walk outside without any worry. You don't need to carry any weapons if you don't want to, stuff like that. For those, I'm glad outposts are there. For me, nah, I like a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Hence my open worlds being hard mode.
Mm-hmm.
And still, I'm like, is this hard? I mean, the biggest part of the hard open world is the weather. Frequent and rather severe weather events. Other than that, I'm like, meh, not that hard. Anyway, continuing. I fixed a no collision on Arcticus Outpost. No idea where there was no collision, but there should be collision, so I'm glad I fixed that.
Yeah.
Adding cooldown to take satellite inventory sounds that plays on caches to avoid multiple sounds playing at once with large caches. Yeah, you only need to play the sound once. Otherwise you get like the zing sound.
Yeah.
Adding sound for when a mission type is selected in a communicator board. I thought it already did, or didn't it? No, maybe if you try to start an operation which you can't do no more because it's like an exploration or it's like one you already did.
You maybe get the did it.
Yeah. Now I am wondering, and it's something I'd have to check. Will have operations in Styx, will it have the same limits as in Prometheus, where you can only do every operation once in every open world? So if you want to do it from an open world a second time, you need to start a second open world.
Yeah, well, that would make sense, wouldn't it?
It would make it consistent.
Yeah.
And it will also prevent people from speedrunning operations for for quick resource gathering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Delay the resolving of quest audio music condition changes. Attempts to fix situations where quest music can stop suddenly if quest logic is temporarily waiting between active subquests which contain quest music conditions, which was notably affecting the final music cue of Story 6 mission.
Quest log is temporarily waiting between active subquests, which contain. Okay. Okay. Well, at least it will play out the music now.
Okay.
The Deep Vein re-added dialogue to bonus quest objective is now updated to not mention returning exotics in the dropship. So this basically goes back to the days where you had to send up your exotics in the dropship instead of calling down a pod from the orbital exchange interface.
Yeah.
At that point, they did say they had changed it for all quests. Now I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember. I might have seen something in Discord, but I can't say for sure. I might have seen something in Discord at some point about, hey, the deep vein extraction quest still says you have to send it back in the dropship instead of in the pod, exotic retrieval pod.
Yeah. Which is no longer valid.
Yeah. It's me again, has to go. Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you very much for your support, dude. It's been good to see you. Hope you're feeling better soon.
Yep.
Hope your leg's feeling much better soon. Fixed Embergar fishing journal icon.
Bestiary journal icon for the Embergar apparently was wrong.
Okay.
I have caught some in my open world. Well, caught some as in the fish traps caught some. Not sure whether or not that counts for the bestiary actually. Have to check. At least another 6 weeks. It's me again. Oh man.
Ugh, they'll fly by. They really will. At the other end, you'll go, that went so quick.
I hope so for you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know where to come have some fun if you're up for it. So, you're more than welcome.
If you want to see more Icarus gameplay, I'll drop a link in the Discord to Twitch, where I stream almost daily, so at least multiple times a week. So if you want to see some more gameplay, you can check it out there. Yeah, you told us a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
Femur and tibia both. Yeah.
that's rough. That's really rough. Wishing you all the best and hope you heal quick.
Yeah. All the best in speedy recovery.
Absolutely. Okay,
Anyway,
fixed clay brick beams. Having clay brick frame durability, this will result in a slight loss of stability.
Yeah, so not sure about the exact numbers, but for example, the beams have like 1000 durability and the frames 2500. Also, more load bearing capacity. Now, the brick beams apparently had the durability of the brick frames, so also were able to carry more weight. Now they fix it. So yeah, slight loss of stability, or maybe 2k and 2500, something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It's me again. Thanks very much. Means a lot. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. You've been a loyal supporter, and we thank you for your time. It means a lot to us. It really does.
Absolutely, man.
There's nothing more important to give anybody else than your time. Okay, they fixed the longbow being unable to be crafted or repaired in the forge or foundry, as was mentioned above.
And something we have seen ourselves as well. Well, you can only make it in anvil, not in the forge or foundry. So you still have to keep the anvil.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't create or repair one. The same,
Yeah.
by the way, with the, for example, textiles bench. Now the riding saddle and the animal beds, you can only make in the tier 2 textiles bench. You cannot make them in the tier 4 one. Not sure, yeah. Not sure, or is it tier 3, whatever, the advanced textiles bench. You cannot make them there.
Yeah, the electric textiles bench.
Yeah. So I would say tier 4, it's electric. So.
Yeah. Okay. Added several extra validation points during quest initialization to help prevent cases where quests may be getting set up before their relevant soft classes have been loaded.
Quest yeah. So they can't be set up proper.
Yeah. I'm glad they
Good thing
fixed
they fixed
that.
that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Fixed bug where building skin materials were being reverted when building pieces were damaged without crackling beforehand due to it.
Building skin materials were being reverted to?
The original materials?
I don't know. were being reverted when building pieces were damaged without cracking beforehand. I have to say, I have noticed some change in behavior, especially if a building piece is out of support, so to say. So if it's orange, it cracks, but it still stays. Red starts to wobble and then gets destroyed. It seems to go through the cycle orange, red, break. No, seems it starts in orange and then it realizes, hey, wait a minute, I don't have enough support, and that can take actually multiple seconds, which is annoying if you're building fast. And then all of a sudden the thing breaks underneath you, where you were like, hey, but it was orange when I placed it, so I knew I could stand on top of it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So now I just build a bit slower, especially when building bridges over a lava river, for example.
Yeah. Alrighty, and on to future content.
Tusker lore has been added. Text for the seed pouch and the Tusker carcasses has been added. More info about the bats spawning from nests. Cool. Hey Jake, you're late but I made it. Yeah, you're a tad late, mate.
Yeah, just a little bit, but hey ho, it is Saturday morning and you deserve a lie-in, so welcome, welcome. Hope you're awake enough to join us.
Well, to join and
Well, you're
also
here.
interact. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. It's good to see you. Alrighty. We have one here that is either duplicated or they did it twice.
Yeah. Let's just assume it's duplicated.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not seeing double.
I was more worried about seeing double the bullet point below. The assets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, New Zealand spelling again. Sorry, Jake, you're here, so we.
It's all right. You're late, but you made it, and you missed a couple of New Zealand spellings that we found earlier on. So, hey, you may be glad you missed it now.
Don't say it, but that's why he was late, you know.
Yeah, they added this Scorpion Boss trophy assets to the project. Just to make it consistent.
Bestiary added Tusker and Bats. Rebalance Pronghorn and Shala Bestiary traits. Both now give collision resistance. I assume. Collision resistance. Okay. Pronghorn now gives 5% at rank 1 instead of 10, and Shala now gives 10% at rank 2, which was 5.
Okay.
Cool as Mr. Jake. See you all later. You scared him off, Echo.
Ugh, we bad. No, I'm not saying my bad because we were both at it.
I only mentioned one.
Oh, I only mentioned one or
Ow.
two. Excuse me.
So, updated small sandworm trophy asset. And there's also talk about, I believe in this one as well, sandworm trophy without a small, or maybe even a large sandworm trophy. Two questions. One, is there going to be a large and a small sandworm? Two, in order to, and this is what we talked about last week as well, I believe, in order to make the trophy, you need to skin it with the, what do we call it, knife? Yeah, special knife,
Yeah.
taxidermy knife.
Yeah.
That means sandworm carcasses. By the way, also scorpion king carcasses
Yeah,
need to become interactable. Which, by the
yeah,
way, might also give you, hopefully, the opportunity to take back all the flare arrows or the incendiary arrows you shot into them.
yeah. I think it would be cool if you could interact with it and get a teeth that you get some of them teeth you could then make a necklace out of.
Gonna be some necklace.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
you can use it as an armor, those big teeth.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Teeth mail. Tooth mail.
Exactly. That's just fun. You all get to practice your editing skills. I know, right? But they should use US spelling control instead of New Zealand spelling control, and then everything should be fine. But hey, it does make for some nice
interactivity.
indeed. Sometimes like, what do they mean here? Are they gonna mean this or that, or and then oh no, wait a minute, and then you say no, this has to be that. We mistyped it,
Yeah, it's like
and like a whole different thing, you know.
yeah, it's like saying that X, Y, and Z are now doing X, Y, and Z, and then Jake pops up and says, "No, that should say not."
Yeah, the not
Which-
and the no, for example.
So X, Y, and Z are not doing X, Y, and Z. Is completely different to is now doing X, Y, and Z. So yeah, sometimes those spell check moments can be very informative.
Yep, can lead to a lot of speculation until Jake pops in and says, "Oh no, it should be now instead of not."
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, let us continue, shall we? So
Alrighty.
Sandworm trophy, Scorpion boss trophy. Open world exotics replenish, so it must be in operations only.
Yeah. Was there not mention of a land shark trophy?
Last week, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, so that needs to be interactable as well.
Yep. That's also gonna mean that the carcass has to stay after you kill it. Now, in my hard mode open world, if I run a thumper, I get easily 5 land sharks. Now, if they all gonna stay on the surface, that's gonna limit my motion a lot.
Yeah, but I would reckon that they'd only stay for a couple of minutes.
Uh,
And then
if I'm running a thumper, I rather fight the remain the alive land sharks than start skinning the dead one, to be honest.
Well, maybe they'll stay for the duration that the thumper runs.
And a minute or two after, hopefully.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been talking about the cash stuff.
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes after the mission ends. So I reckon you would probably have that same kind of time frame. That would make sense.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Brutalist bookshelf, coffee table, bed single.
Best human input for task and GV task. Adding event auto, audio, and data table entry. Adding bat nest cave and snow variants for spawning the bats, including materials and textures. Good to know. More leather.
Snow frames for the beds. Maybe depends on what they're gonna give.
Well, bats, I would expect a small amount of fur and a little bit of leather. Not very many bones.
Some bones maybe, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on whether or not they're pipistrelle bats or fruit bats.
Also, we have the Dreadwings.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get bats. Bats one could initially tie to caves. However, bats always also fly out in the open.
And they're
We have
also
bats and
nocturnal.
Dreadwings.
They're
Yeah,
also nocturnal, so you got to be careful at night.
yeah. This is gonna be like nocturnal only. That would be fun. I mean, it would mean that if you wanna fight them or something, you would need to go out during the night. But could be fun.
Yeah,
Could be
you'd have to.
adding an extra layer to the dangers at night, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. The remainder of the furniture pieces for the brutalist decorative set, so it's going to be an entire set. DMs still need to be added after a Houdini pass by Ben, so I hope Ben is practicing his skills there.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he could get locked up.
Just a little bit. Adding missing heads and trophy items. Not gonna get many trophies if you've got missing heads.
True, but it also doesn't say us which animals. We'll
Also
have to wait.
true.
We'll have to wait there. Added first implementation of the bed nest and the cave bed behavior. Yay, cave beds. So next to the cave worms, we'll also have the cave beds.
Ooh.
I like it. Give me
Maybe
some
you,
more challenge, you know.
maybe you'll get some bats in the caves that there aren't any worms in. You know, like the big gigantic ones.
Or the tunnels between
Yes,
tunnels leading
possibly.
to other biomes, for example, or the tunnel which leads to the and actually the cave itself in the big hole in the swamp.
Yeah.
There
And
are multiple such tunnels. The one between grasslands and the volcanic. The
mm-hmm,
tunnel without worms between grasslands and the Arctic in the south.
mm-hmm.
In Prometheus, no worms. Maybe bats.
Yeah.
Nice. Re-imported bed nest for the snow to include the base mesh underneath. So yeah, snow beds also gonna. Are they gonna be visually different as well, like white instead of, I don't know, black, dark blue, dark brown? Sorry.
Mm.
I mean, if you
Never
look at the
seen the white
stalker,
bat.
the arid stalker is red, whilst the snow stalker is white. So they could do the same for beds, I reckon.
Oh, you've got the red back and the blue back.
True. Also the same, except for the color. Yeah.
Could be.
Anyway, adding the missing D-Tames entry for the Yuffie Tusker to make taming possible. Yeah, thank you. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to tame one, right? I wonder though, since Tusker is Arctic specific, actually Styx Arctic specific, does this mean you can tame it faster in the Arctic, so sub-zero temperatures, and slow in the grasslands, and like impossible to tame in the desert? Because there is this talent which allows for a broader temperature range for taming. Now, I've never seen anything in the whole taming progress regarding temperature. Never seen any effects, although I have to admit, usually I build a base in like a moderate temperature zone, not in the desert or in the Arctic. So I haven't done a whole lot of taming there. I did try it though, and at that point I didn't see any differences there. So I do hope they will add something like that in, like taming temperature ranges, optimal taming temperature and stuff.
Yeah, so you can tame them in all biomes.
or put an air conditioning in the pen, make a fully enclosed pen, put an air conditioning in, and turn it on when you want to tame a tusker, something like that.
No idea.
Just some spitballing here.
That's why we
Yeah.
speculate.
Exactly. Anyway, continuing. Clean the previous radar scans from the map when replenishing world exotics. So if you start an operation, it will clean out any present radar scans. Because if you do scan, it points towards the closest exotics location, if it is in range, it is. So yeah, if an operation adds an exotic spawn, it means it won't show up on current radar scans, which
Wouldn't have found it anyway.
which will confuse people.
Yeah.
So clean up the current radar scans. Although I have to say, I've tried it in my Prometheus open world. I did a couple of radar scans in different locations. I did not get any scan results on the map. I mean, they attracted animals, sure. However, they did not leave any mark on the map. And here's the thing: you can't run two radar scans too close together too close together, right? It says too close to previous scan location.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did do it with tier 3 radars or biofuel one. So what I found out, if you take out the biofuel can and you put it back in, you can actually do a new scan. If you leave the biofuel can in, you can't. But you take it out, you put it back in, then hey, you can do a new scan at the very same location without even picking up the radar. Yay.
That's interesting.
Made it easier to get the drug hunting simple quest done.
Alrighty.
So yeah, clean previous radar scans when replenishing. So I do wonder if you do those. So if you do those scans when you're running an operation, then you finish the operation, will those radar scans stay?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's something we can test in time. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do some testing on Styx though. I rather like Prometheus. Sorry. Anyway, disable the automatic replacement of placement markers, swapping to the single dot when using block-like placement type. Okay, thanks for the info. No idea what I mean exactly, but the next one also tells us a lot, right? Additional building progress on new pieces.
Okay.
So they did something to something. So they continued a bit on something.
Okay. Well,
Thank
that's something.
Eh? Better than nothing.
This is very true.
Okay, let's see. Just UV frame texture meshes, seed pouch open logic. Blah blah. Added cave. So they added some caves. AC small 11 no foliage, AC mat 6 no foliage, mat 9 no foliage. So they added caves? Huh. Normally they add caves when they're working on a new map. Are they already working on the next DLC?
Possibly, probably, maybe.
New, so we have New Frontiers now. The next one is for what? New Horizons?
Yeah. Yeah,
AC doesn't really point to New Horizons, but
it's for the
also,
it's for the ice sheet. So that's not an area we have yet, is it?
or is this
Or
for
is it?
this AC could point towards the Arcticus outpost. However, it's been released already, so it should be finished already. So I don't think it's for that one either.
Hmm.
No idea. Adding caves. Like I said, normally we cave AC Met 11 no foliage. Anyway, multiple by the way.
Yeah,
All of them is no foliage.
no foliage.
Yeah. And 3 bullet points below, finally 1 or 2 actually with no foliage. But yeah, we saw this when they were working still on Prometheus map.
Yeah.
Or do you? So if you look at the Prometheus map,
Right.
you will see about half the map is out of bounds. The entire southern half.
Okay.
Which is still being worked on and which will be filled in. We have had this confirmation from Rocketworks. This will be filled in. So this might actually be work for this other part of the map, the southern half.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, because the like I said, like half the map isn't there. It's just black. You can't get to it. There are a couple of tunnels which lead into out of bounds, which might be used for accessing the new map when it comes out, the new map parts. But yeah, I reckon, or I reckon, it is thinking about it. It is possible that these new caves are for this map, still missing map pieces.
Yeah.
Cool, bigger map.
We
Hopefully
like
even more.
that.
Yeah, hopefully even more alien. Me like the. I like the
Yeah,
alien
well,
parts a lot actually.
given the fact that it's there for the ice sheet, you can expect Arctic.
Yeah, but like I said, there is like half the map is still black. So there's a lot of room for, amongst others, ice
Yeah.
sheets for like Arctic biome. Huh, cool. Me gonna like that.
Always good to have more room to roam.
Oh yeah. Added the exotic meteor art assets to the project.
Ooh.
This is art assets, right? So the game cards, the pictures on top for
Yeah.
every patch note. You know, the one with the sandworm, our favorite picture, which I have like in canvas above my PC.
And I'm using as my as my avatar.
Exactly. Exotic meteor art asset. Maybe we get in a future update patch notes. Some may in future update and this patch notes some exotic meteor, which would maybe, well, can you tell me the lore about exotics? Was this stuff which was already on Icarus? You're more into the lore than I am.
If memory serves, It was.
I know it's interfering with the terraforming process, but was this a indigenous material?
Uh, Brain says that it's like a byproduct, but then they found it was interfering with. Actually, no. It's been such a long time since I did the lore videos. I think it was a natural resource that was messing up the original terraforming process, and so when they went to find out what was causing it, they found exotics, and then found that they could make it a resource.
So lore says this interfered with the terraforming process.
Yeah.
I don't recall having heard anything about the origin of exotics. Now, exotic meteor could, speculation, pure speculation, but could point towards origin of exotics being extraterrestrial or extra Icarus, extra Icarusial.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. I will double check that just to make sure what the facts are.
Okay. But again, this is pure speculation. Exotic
Yeah,
meteor. Meteor normally comes from outer space, you know. So,
yeah,
and like exotic meteor consisting of exotics, and which then like I don't know, brought exotics on Icarus and spread it around or whatever. I don't know.
yeah.
Also,
There's the
what
question
kind
as
of
whether or
mission?
not they're purple or red.
Red exotics comes from plants, where purple exotics is in the ground.
Okay. Hmm.
I have not seen any lore around the red exotics though.
No, no. I have to admit, we need some more story lore.
Weren't we promised more lore, or was just storyline? I thought they also said, yeah, storyline could be considered lore.
Yeah, there is a lot more lore for the bestiary. Um,
Yeah, but that's just for animals.
Personally, I was hoping that there would be more gameplay lore.
Play the storyline missions and you will get your lore.
Okay.
So, yeah. I don't know. Exotic meteor. Like, are we gonna get a mission where we have to? I don't know. Maybe this will be in the yet to be developed or being developed map part. Some big ass crater where an exotic meteor landed at some point, and we have to go there and do some research or whatever. I don't know.
Hmm.
So many possibilities.
Yeah,
This
it's
part, exotic meteor, opens up so much possibilities.
yeah,
I do hope Jake has his notepad ready.
yeah. Now here's the question: if it's an exotic meteor, right? Your space station is obviously up in space, right? So does this meteor affect the space station at all?
Only if the space station is in its path. Plus,
Well,
if this is planet side, it means it has already landed. Could have landed a long time ago.
yeah, but meteor suggests it hasn't landed yet because when it lands, it becomes a
True,
meteorite.
right? Yeah, but I don't know if they make the same distinction in New Zealand. Well,
Okay.
yeah, another alternative indeed. If it's still a meteor, it hasn't landed yet. Then it's definitely like exotics coming from outer space, and it might, I don't know, interrupt communications. Like a mission where you, I don't know, only can use tier 1 and 2 items. You can't use any electricity, so no tier 4. I don't know.
Like solar flare like.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting concept.
If it is going to interfere with the space station, it would mean you can't launch the mission from space station
It means you can't send
unless.
up any exotics. It means you
Uh,
can't
but
call anything down from a space station.
but if you can't start it from the space station, it would be operations exclusive, and they said they were not going to do that. So
No, but they might.
interfering with space station, the only thing it would then, what I could think about then is like, you can only drop with like nothing or a very limited
or you,
inventory
yeah,
slots, and you cannot request any new stuff during that mission.
yeah.
But
Well,
then,
that would make
if they
sense.
turn that, yeah, but if they then turn that into an operation, then all the challenge of dropping in without equipment is gone, because you have like your entire base, you have like composite armor, you have like hunting rifle, compound bow, like the whole shebang. I don't know.
Hmm.
Eh, I would
Interesting.
I would rather expect it to be on the ground already, and then you have to investigate it.
Hmm. Possible.
But
Okay.
yeah, we'll have to wait until we get exotic meteor in the patch notes title.
Yeah. Alrighty. Moving on, we've got Tusker now has high chance to apply bleeding debuff on attack.
Yeah, I saw that.
Um,
Is it going to
does
be the
that
same? It's like the hemorrhage,
Yeah, I
the
was
black
thinking
wolf
that
one.
I was thinking the hemorrhage from the Drax.
Yeah, in the black wolf, alpha wolf.
Yeah.
But also, let's see, where is the bleeding attack thingy? The couple of ones above, they did increase the size of the Tusker mount to match the naturally occurring NPC. Thank you. Like, you have the big ass Tusker, you have the tiny juvenile, you tame the tiny juvenile, it turns into a tiny Tusker to drive on. To ride on. Yeah. Thanks. But, okay, so like I said, the Tusker is going to have an attack. They
Yeah.
added a charge attack to the Tusker, currently bound to the right click. Like the horse, the Tusker also will have an attack whilst riding it, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is currently bound to right click, so you initiate it yourself. Hence, it is an attack whilst riding the Tusker.
Yeah. So you would do the rear onto the back feet and the front leg paws, pawing.
Like the horse. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. Can you make a differentiation between front and rear attack for the Tusker? For the horse, or is it only the front attack? I know when it attacks you, when it attacks a player, the
It
wild one, you
usually
can do the rear one.
well, yeah, but it
Usually
usually
that's the front.
attacks from the front.
Yeah, but
So
I've also seen it kick you with his hind legs.
yeah.
So I've used the horse attack before when I was riding horse and basically trampling the wolf and stuff. But it was the front attack, not the rear attack. I don't know if you can actually do the front attack.
I think
Sorry, if you
it
can do
might
the rear attack on a
might depend on the direction of attack. If the attack
horse.
is coming from the back, you push the attack and it will kick.
I don't know. But yeah, the Tusker will have a charge attack.
Okay.
Kind of makes sense if it's that slower and then the big Tusker on the front. So yeah, charge it and impale your your victim.
Yeah.
And hence the bleeding debuff. If you get impaled, yeah, you're gonna bleed.
Well, yeah, I would think so. You know, you can't exactly run around with a whacking great big hole in you forever.
Not forever, no.
Yeah, and there's no amount of bandages would fix that.
Exactly. Anyway, remove and use an incomplete RN frame blueprint and related assets. So there's the RN tier building pieces. So we're not going to get an iron frame. I don't think you have an aluminum frame either. I know the stone and the concrete ones.
Yeah.
I believe those are the only frames in the game. I don't know. I'd have to check. Those are the building pieces I use the most: iron and stone, and thatch when out exploring, and sometimes wood, but usually just initial base setup in wood, and then ASAP change it to stone.
Yeah.
But there are no wood frames that I know for a fact. Actually, scoria brick, we saw in the patch notes above, scoria beam got its own durability. It had scoria brick frame durability, now has its own durability. So scoria brick, which is basically a stone adjacent, scoria brick does have frames. But yeah, aluminum, don't know. Don't recall having seen them, but then again, like I said, I don't do a whole lot of aluminum building.
Okay.
Added aluminum building tier durability setup. I do hope we can get an overview at some point, like which building type has which durability, as in primarily weather resistance. Because we know concrete isn't being damaged by anything. We know reinforced glass is basically stone weather resistance and weather durability. Aluminum, a couple of weeks ago, they mentioned it has been changed to be the same weather resistance wise as stone. Now, scoria brick and clay brick, I reckon, I assume, is the same as stone. Interior wood is less than stone. A while ago, when they introduced the new weather types, they gave us such an overview. However, there have been changes and additions to building types since.
Yeah.
So I would like to get a new overview, so I know what can I build, when and where, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I do quite a lot of building, so
You do
I will.
all the building.
Uh-huh. Anyway, new building pieces addition for the rest of the base classes and stone tier pieces. So yeah, we are gonna get new building pieces. Can't wait. I want to build even more and even more diverse. And the whole multiple materials in one and the same building slot with half pieces. I might start working with that as well, just for fun. Anyway.
Alrighty.
Added interior wood building tier durability setup. Still use the same settings, but it does avoid any incorrect adjustments of other tiers in the future. So no longer a linked tier durability setup, but its own separate one. Initial blueprint and data table setup for new frames, pillars, angled frames, roof peak connectors, and roof peak caps. Angled frames is what caught my attention here. So you have your basic frame, the cube.
Yeah.
There is, and I have used that in the glass skyscraper. In the same map where I built the mountain fortress, I have the glass skyscraper and the power tower, the initial one, where I tested the 100% fall resistance. So this is, so there's this frame type which is basically one vertical and one horizontal, and then a couple of diagonal steel supports. So one side vertical and then a horizontal part on top of it, and then the diagonal beams for support, so it doesn't collapse. I don't know. I barely, very rarely use those. I don't know. Do they are those called angled frames, or are we gonna get a new proper angled frame, which could make for some nice build options?
Could do indeed. Alrighty.
Anyway, the chef's backpack is gonna get some cooking related stats. It is future content, but the chef's backpack is already in, I believe. That would mean in the future that backpack. Oh no, chef's backpack was only mentioned in patch notes. You're right.
Yeah, we don't have it yet.
Mentioned in future content, so it will have some cooking related stats. Well, faster cooking, or cooking with where if you wear that backpack whilst cooking, your food will have extra durability, which is then gonna begs the question: is this determined upon starting the cooking queue? Because if you cook stuff in a bench, you basically start it and then you walk away.
Yeah.
So if this cooking related stats is going to be like slower spoilage, when is it going to be applied? Also, nice question, but more important, which stats? So what stats we're gonna have like the current food stats increase? I don't know. So instead of 25% health regen, will it become 30% health regen?
Could be.
Because the slower spoil you can already do with the salting bench, obviously.
Could give a buff to the stats already on the food.
Exactly. So instead of 25% health regen, make it a 30.
Yeah, instead of.
And if that is so, will this stack with so my main character, if I eat dried meat, I already have I have an increase in the buff duration. Something. No, not buff duration. It's in the buff stats. It says like plus 113% or so, or 113% underneath the dried stringy.
Yeah, so maybe that would change to 120.
I don't know. Will it stack then? If those cooking related stats on the chef's backpack is going to be like basically the same as I think I have it from a talent or something. Will those buffs then stack? Something again we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Yeah. Submitting slug reskin with its texture.
So they're gonna look different?
Possibly.
Or are we getting a new type of slug? Because I'm missing a desert area in, like proper desert area in Prometheus. Although one could say it is the volcanic biome. The striker in the volcanic biome is called the arid striker. The desert in Styx and Olympus, weather events have the arid winds, so one could see a link there between those two, between volcanic and desert. But a desert as such, we don't have in Prometheus.
Wouldn't really have thought that a slug would have done particularly well in a dry environment.
I don't know. I have to agree. I have not seen it in the volcanic biome. I've seen it in the marshlands and swamps, and I've seen it in the grasslands, plains. Not in the volcanic. So yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. Or is it gonna get like a higher res skin? I don't know. It's future content, so again we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
No, ability to place half wall, lower and upper. We've talked about roof corners. We've talked about
Cave
more
bats.
cave air. Adding cave bed death and explode audio event.
Okay.
What?
Suicide bombers much?
I don't know. Or are they gonna explode if you shoot them?
Yeah, good luck trying to shoot a bat. I can't even
Well,
shoot a key out the air, never mind a bat.
shotgun.
Well, yeah. Okay. Bats.
I've shot the dead wings with bow and arrow though. It's hard, but it's possible. Oh,
Yeah.
talking about those. Yesterday when I was playing with Carl, we went in Crazy Base. We went down all the way in the cave to the water on the bottom of the cave. There was a dreadwing there, kind of in the water, couldn't get up. So it gave us a very good view of the dreadwing. Because it couldn't fly away. It was like stuck in the water. Couldn't get out
Yeah.
of the water. So we could get a very good look at it. And then we killed it. Just because, you know.
Yeah, as one does, as you do.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like this one. Bats now return to nest if they travel too far away. If they've travelled too far away, how the hell do they know where to go?
Well, so apparently they will only be flying around in certain areas, namely around the nests. No idea what the range is going to be of the nest, but it points towards bats like being very regional, and you can like navigate between those plot routes between the nests where you can't get attacked by the bats if you don't want to.
Yeah. Okay.
They did so. It is going to be like looks like it's not going to be like mission specific because they enabled autonomous spawning of the Arctic bat nests in several Arctic zones. So random-ish.
Yeah, so they've
I
got a
reckon.
they've got a limited range then.
Yeah. The return to nest if they travel too far definitely points towards a limited range.
Yeah, that would be like the like the mammoth boss returning to its
To the tether
circle.
point.
Yeah, to its
Basically,
tether point.
the world boss, basically all the world bosses, like a sandworm, traveling its route through the desert, not deviating from the route.
Yeah,
If popping up somewhere on the road there.
yeah, yeah. Adding in adding in bat insta gib when dying.
Yeah, I don't know what GIP, what it stands for.
Don't know.
Yeah, I mean gigabyte, but I don't think that's what I mean here.
No.
Proof International Bank, nope. A plate of metal or other material machine to hold other parts in place to avoid a bearing surface or to provide means for overcoming looseness? Nah,
Nah.
don't think so either.
No. Oh well,
A male cat? Castrated male cat? I don't think so either.
No.
Gibraltar? Nope.
Can you imagine? You kill a bat and it drops its.
Drops a cat. Yikes! Yips. Nickname for Gilbert? Nope. That's not it either.
Nope.
A hooked prolongation on the lower jaw of a male salmon or trout? Nah.
No. I don't really think a bat's going to grow an extra chin as soon as it dies.
Especially not on a fish.
No. Oh well.
Let's see.
Maybe we could ask Jake.
Hey, added spear, ice mammoth melee, and spear, ice mammoth throw in. Ice mammoth spear? Huh?
Ooh.
Huh.
That's interesting. I'm gonna get a new tool.
Yeah.
A new weapon. Yeah.
Ice mammoth is Styx. Olympus has no mammoths. Styx has mammoths in the Arctic. Prometheus has mammoths in the swamp, right?
Yeah.
Does Olympus have mammoths?
Yes.
If there is, then it's the Arctic as well.
Yeah. Because remember, you've got to go and bring back one of the tusks.
Yeah,
And
but was it
that
an
was
Olympus or was it Styx?
no, it was an Olympus because that was
It was
actually
the beta weekend.
yeah, it was one of the beta weekends, and it came out as an Olympus mission.
No, it took a long time before Mammoth returned to Icarus. It was in the beta weekend, weekend 3, I believe.
Yeah.
And after that, Mammoths basically disappeared. And it took a long time before they came back. They came back in the Arctic, but I don't know whether it was Olympus or Styx. Don't forget, Styx came out relatively short after Icarus came out. It was just a couple of months, like less than half a year.
Yeah, I was going to say Styx came out around about the 6-month mark-ish.
Before the 6 months mark, even, if I remember correctly. So I don't know whether mammoths are Styx specific or also Olympus. I don't know. But if this is going to be a new thing, a new weapon, I reckon it will, like you have with the Scorpion weaponry, with the Sandworm weaponry and stuff, it will get a mission to where you have to like go out and kill a mammoth and grab something specific and
yeah, you would need to
weapon,
grab its tusk in order to be able to make the weapon.
for example.
Yeah.
But it also would mean this is going to be a resource specific to Olympus/Styx.
Yeah.
Because there are no mammoths in the Arctic in Prometheus.
Yeah.
Well, new mission there. It's been a long time since we had new missions on Styx, let alone Olympus.
Yeah. Yeah. I did item fishing rod scorpion. That what that made me visualize was actually fishing for a scorpion king.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around. Use some scorpion stuff to make a fishing rod.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you could use the stinger for an angle, for the hook.
Well, yeah, I'd hate to think what size of bloody fish you're trying to catch with that, though.
Don't use the Scorpion King ones. Use a normal scorpion stinger. But yeah.
Well, yeah, could. I mean, you've seen the size of the scorpion stinger traps. Still rather large.
Not a stinger. It's the
The pincer traps.
pincer, yeah. The pincers
Yeah,
are bigger than the stinger.
yeah, but you can make the scorpion hedgehog.
Yep, and on those, the stingers do look pretty big, true.
Yeah. What
Bigger
size?
actually than when they are on the scorpion itself. So, man.
Yeah. So, what kind of size fish are you trying? You know, I'm not exactly fishing for sharks.
No, but I want a big fish for in my aquarium. Although poison stinger as a hook, yeah, I'm not sure the fish will survive.
Unless you're trying to catch a puffer fish.
Good point.
Or a sea urchin.
Good point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, again, we'll have to wait before we can see.
Wouldn't it be good if you got an electric eel that you had to fish and catch and actually harvest in order to get the electric bit for your knife?
Now it would be more fun if you put it in an aquarium, hook it up to the power, and it acts as a power source instead of a power drain.
That would be good.
Talking about aquarium, did you know you can throw freshwater fish and saltwater fish in one and the same aquarium and they both survive?
No, I didn't. Well, I do. Well, actually, I do now because you've just told
In
me.
Icarus you can. Folks, don't try this at home. There it will not work. However, in Icarus it will work.
Yeah, in gameplay, anything is possible.
Yeah. I tried it on my open world. I had some freshwater fish in the aquarium. I threw in some saltwater fish. And they were all very happy and swimming along.
Mm-hmm.
I did build in the end. I did build a separate aquarium for it. Just because.
Okay.
Anyway. Add a new function to reset world bosses back to the prospect default for use with operations on open world prospects. When world bosses want to be cleaned up, they are no longer destroyed immediately. Instead, they wait until the tile has been unloaded first, or the prospect is reloaded. Not sure what will happen if they don't want to be cleaned up, but okay.
It means they don't clean up; they stay there.
They're gonna follow you.
A forever ornament.
They might be following you, so they don't unload with the tile. But yeah, so it kind of makes sense, you know. It's like a cleaner way of getting rid of those world bosses.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see if we can ride the worms like we could in June. That would be so cool.
Are you now talking about during the game or during the movie?
The movie.
Especially the last movie.
No, the original. The original movie.
The remake. They are a tad big to ride.
They were a tad big to ride in the original.
I've never seen the original. I've seen the remake.
What?
I might be old, but I'm not that old, Echo.
Hey. I was going to say you're older than me, but you're not.
Exactly. You're older than me.
Hey, I'm not that much older than you.
Still, I am younger.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, seriously, you need to watch the first one. With Kyle MacLachlan and Patrick Stewart in it.
I don't know. Is it on Netflix?
Should be. If it's not at the moment, it'll come back round.
Okay. Maybe in time I'll find enough time to between playing games and
yeah,
following the channels.
You kind of have to watch the original in order for the remake to make any sense.
When watching that type of movies, I don't expect it to make sense. I just sit back and enjoy, or at least try to enjoy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This next
bug
one was spoken about
talked about
above.
already.
And finally, they adjusted the world boss spawns to match the prospect data for operations.
Yeah. So basically, put in the world boss spawns, or actually, open world does have the world bosses,
Mm-hmm.
but they might have like multiple sandworms, where the prospect only calls for one. If you do it, especially if you do it on easy mode. But then again, it should follow the difficulty level of your open world.
And the
So,
number of players.
actually, it's the difficulty level. Remember where we had to kill 2 sandworms? There were 3 on the map. I believe it was sandworms. No, scorpion kings. We had to kill 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was because we ran the mission. Yes, mission, not operation. The mission we ran it in normal mode. If you had run it in easy mode, you only needed to kill 1.
Yeah.
If you would have run it in hard mode, you would have to kill 3. So I reckon, and I hope it's the case, if your open world is started in hard mode, the operation will automatically start in hard mode as well. And I believe it is, but I'm not sure. So when starting that operation, I don't know which one it was anymore. It was a Styx one, that's for sure. When starting that operation from a hard mode open world, it should require you to kill 3 of them Scorpion Kings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, you started from a freaking open world, so you're tested up to the hilt. You have
Yeah.
like best armor you can craft, yes, all the weaponry you can think of. So Scorpion King shouldn't be too hard no more. So,
Well,
yeah.
when we went at it with explosive rounds from a shotgun, it was like what? I put 4 in it, you put 3 in it, and it was down.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
unbelievably quick.
yeah, it's like okay, this isn't fun anymore so easy.
Yeah. It's like definitely doable, even solo.
Yeah. Indeed, shotgun with explosive shells. Oh man. The thing was gone in no time.
Yeah. Like seconds.
Yeah, I mean, the time it takes me to set up the forward operating base, you just already run in, you kill the Scorpion King before I'm even done with setting up the base.
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost, but it's that quick.
Yeah. It wasn't fun no more, so easy it became.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, this was I don't know if we did it as a quick one, and it might have been easy anyway, or was no? I think it was the normal mode. But yeah. So I do hope operations difficulty level will follow the open world difficulty level. That would be preferable.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Alrighty,
Anyway.
what's your eyes, peeps? I'm scrolling up again.
That's the end of this here update discussion.
Yep. That brings us to the end of this week's update. I would like to thank everybody who watched, anybody who lurked, and all who participated in the chat. Namely, Lev, it's me again, and Jake. Good to see you all. Thank you very much
Don't
for your
forget
support.
anti-social boomer.
And anti-social boomer. Yeah, sorry, I hadn't quite scrolled up that far. I'm
Okay.
on the wrong screen.
Okay. No worries.
And also like to say thanks to Carney for keeping the Discord server up to date. I really appreciate that.
Sure.
It's just one less thing for me to worry about. Unfortunately, tonight I am unable to participate in the gameplay. I have other things happening tonight that I must do, so apologies from me for that. We will be back next Thursday for some more New Frontiers, new character gameplay. So look forward to
I
seeing you all
will.
then.
I will be playing a bit open world, and I think I'm gonna visit one of my Styx open worlds to test out a couple of things for the Hypatia Part 1 update. At least build the communication device and stuff.
Okay.
So people who wanna watch that one, check Echo's Discord, the Twitch link I put in there in the community chat channel. So yes, there is no subsequent gameplay, so instead I'll just
Well,
be some solo play.
not on my channel. There won't be, I'm afraid.
Not here on YouTube now.
No. Alrighty. So we will see you next week. Looking forward to it. Until then, it's good night from me.
And good night from her.
We will see you next week on Thursday. Until then, remember, it's a dangerous world out there, so please take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.